Say little B, you can mess with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is blue shoes. At the store, I can get them both. I don't want to choose.
You're listening to Please Send YouTuber Dicks. Oh, the YouTuber's here.
Hey, what's up? Oh, you gonna put some clothes on?
Oh, I'm naked. Oh my God, what am I doing?
He said he gon' do what to who? Let's find out and see. Lil Z, you know where I'm at. You know where I be. You in the club just to party. I'm there. I get paid a fee. I be in and out. Don't think so much. I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a about who ain't fond of me.
Hey everybody, welcome. I'm April.
I'm Jose, owner of Team Josie 14 online.
Our special guest, and you're listening to Please Send Dick Pics. So I sent my friend Jose a dick pic from another guy off the street, and he's like, I'll do your podcast.
Yeah, it looks smelly.
It looks smelly.
So I wanted to come and see it, but then I was lured under false pretenses, and he's not here.
I did use some, is it chloroform?
Yeah, something like that.
Now he's
use
here.
Something. Don't look at her search history. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm so happy you're here.
Sweet.
We've known each other.
I'm happy to be here too. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. You're like, whatever. I'm
Sweet.
happy to be here too.
Cool.
So I want to talk about, since you're a guest, Angie's still sick with like pneumonia right now. Ooh,
turn off my notice. I'm super popular, you guys. Okay.
Jose is a YouTube star. If anyone didn't know.
YouTube star. Yep. We'll talk about that at the end.
We'll talk about that soon.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we met. We met at a mall in Chandler, Arizona. I didn't like you at first.
I think it was on Craigslist. I was looking for desperate white women. I don't remember the actual first time we met, but it was through a friend. Her name's Michelle.
Michelle Sabah.
Was.
Now it's, what is her name? Demi.
Yeah. We met through Michelle, which essentially was through your brother, because they dated.
Yeah, my brother dated Michelle. Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
I remember seeing you, and I was just like, who is this, like, sassy gay man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's usual.
And I'm like, we're not going to get along. And then, like, what? Like,
we're not going to get along.
And then, like, we became really close, like, 2010?
Yeah, because we both were, like, into, producing content and just, being silly and being funny. We were both just, like, people that
we're just
make people laugh. And
yeah. We like making faces. Michelle's
I don't make faces. I know Lele Pons. Okay.
Lele Pons. Oh, everything he's gonna say is gonna be like a YouTube, Instagram, like Instagram star reference.
Lele Pons. I'm a YouTuber. Okay, like this is what I do. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say. I thought Michelle's always been there for me. Through breakups and stuff. I talked your ear off. I'm sorry, Michelle, if you're listening. All those times I did that, but I don't know. I felt like you and I were sillier than her and I. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has different, relationships. Like, I don't know. Like, some friends of mine, I'm, like, different a little bit, but I'm still the same, but, I don't know. Sometimes I don't joke around with some of my other friends.
Oh, okay. You feel a little more reserved. Like, you and I just laugh all the time.
Not reserved. I just, like, I'm just, like, you know what? Like, they don't think I'm funny, so I'm just gonna be like me
in the corner.
I'm just gonna be like, or I don't know. It's
like,
weird.
Go fuck yourself.
It's weird. I'm still myself, but I won't try because it's like like putting on a show for someone who doesn't care. You're just like, you know what? Because that's my life is a show. It's all a facade.
Woo! Everybody's is.
Yeah.
Well, and then let's see. We do have an outline. I know that's annoying, but what was our first thing we filmed? Was it Vegan News? No, it was that music video for Taylor Swift. I feel like it's the first thing we filmed that was like really good.
that was. It
got a lot of likes. It doesn't have like 20 likes, which is like a record-breaking amount of likes.
20 likes, no dislikes, so that's a good ratio. That's a good ratio. I feel like we've shot a video before.
I don't know.
Like, I feel like we shot something like... I'm actually not 100% sure.
I probably just randomly filmed you and Michelle singing.
Yeah, because, like, we barely did skits, like, last year. We started doing, like, Pop Socket. By the way, my audience knows her as Pop Socket Girl.
For people listening to Jose, if you're listening because Jose's on here and you're a fan, I'm the Pop Socket Girl.
Yeah.
Pop Socket. I don't even have one. What is it? Yeah. I don't even know what it is. If I see it on your phone, I don't get it. Yours has a taco one?
Yeah, it's a Josie 14 exclusive. It has
Taco.
I love Taco Bell, so it's a
I'll take a photo of this. It's you can like do your own images. So
yeah, you can do your own images.
It's a Taco Bell taco, crunchy.
Yeah, it's assumed soft. Taco Bell taco because copyright and all that stuff.
It's a.
It could. It's really very close to a Taco Bell, and then the hot sauce packets are very obviously Taco Bell, but somehow it got through, and I was like, okay, yes. Like,
did you take a picture of this taco on top of hot sauce packets? Is that
no? So Taco Bell, Taco Bell. So no Taco Bell. I follow Taco Bell everywhere. I want them to follow me back on Twitter. They only follow back like 6 people, and that's actually a funny thing.
Oh, wow.
My friend Jonah Lesnick. He had a really big following on this app called YouNow, and he tried to get Taco Bell to follow me. Like I wish I had the tweet. Like it was like years ago, but it had like hundreds of like just people tagging like Taco Bell because he tweeted Taco Bell, go follow Josie, he loves you, and then and I was like, he did that for me.
So
yeah, he did that for me because he's like, I have a following, like whatever, like let's make this happen for you because I love you, and I was like, aw, and I was like, that was wasted because Taco Bell only follows 6 people. I know one of them. It's Brian Dogal from the Somerset. I don't know if you know, but he's from a local band. But I was like, they follow Brian for some reason. Follow me. He's my in. But no. So Taco Bell, I follow them everywhere. On Instagram, you can edit all that out. On Instagram, they post like they'll say like screenshot the next picture for like to make a background on your phone or whatever. So I literally have just like a bunch of like. Because they make really neat, like, Taco Bell, like, backgrounds for your phone or screensavers.
To get you addicted.
Yeah, to make you be like, I love Taco Bell.
I want it now. I always want it without that. I always want it no matter what.
Yeah. So this was one of them. I actually photoshopped it because it was originally, like, nothing. Like, the top was nothing, but the bottom had, like, a kind of a border of, like, Taco Bell hot sauces. Mm-hmm. So I just photoshopped, like, those Taco Bell hot sauces everywhere, and then I put another picture of just a taco that they had. Where it was, like, a taco on a blue backdrop, and it was just that. So I photoshopped them together.
Oh, wow.
But it was like really nice quality photos, and thanks Taco Bell. Like I have a Pop Socket.
So Taco Bell's like Conan O'Brien. They only follow like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
It's but millions of followers.
Yeah.
I love you, Taco Bell.
Hey.
I love the vegan crunch wrap.
The haters will say whatever they want.
I went into a Taco Bell and like
Can I swear?
You can swear.
Okay.
Yeah. I was on my way to LA. Maybe I mentioned this on the podcast, but I ordered a Taco Bell and like I want to say Goodyear or Buckeye on the way out to LA, and I went in and I ordered like a vegan crunch wrap. No, no dairy.
Yeah, typical,
We've done it so many times. No, like black beans. And I always think I'm so weird for doing that. I'm like, no dairy, no nacho cheese. They're like, really? Kid? No nacho cheese? Are you serious?
Really?
That's really good? Yeah.
You damn millennials.
So I get like, I'll add like guacamole, potatoes, or something.
Well, that's why you get the Taco Bell app that I'm prominently displaying right now.
Well, what I want to say is
if there was a camera.
He loves the Taco Bell app.
Yeah,
sometimes the food's
app.
cold though.
You turn it sideways and it reorders your last order.
Wow.
But no, when you go there, there's no question. That's why I love the app because you can go there, be like mobile order for April, and they're like, yeah, sure, here you go, Queen, and you're just like, bye.
Oh, sorry, that was April. Xavier, your Walter Shite shit. You got a bunch of meat.
Oh, but no, yeah.
So after I ordered that, this kid who looks like he was like 13 walks in, does the same order, and I'm like, oh, I'm not weird. Like he's vegan.
It's very odd that was in like the middle of nowhere on your way.
Yeah. I'm like, you have a conscience out there.
I feel like California would have more like vegans and stuff.
But I'm in Arizona.
But like you said you were like on your way, like on a highway, like on the side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I'm just on the outskirts of Phoenix. I'm not even like in California.
I thought you meant like you were in like one of those
not
like,
in Blythe or something.
Yeah.
No, not like in
Where they're
Blythe.
like, what's vegan?
What's vegan?
Accent.
What's vegan?
What's vegan?
Also, I want to thank you for being on. Usually when Angie and I do this, we are sitting on her couch. So far, all my guests are sitting on floors. Like last week, Rebecca, you recently love her. He put her in
and
some
Melissa,
sketches.
and
Melissa. Yeah, like her and I were just like we're just hovering with a microphone together, like super close, just like staring at each other's eyes.
I mean, I saw your chairs and I was like, should we sit in the chairs? I was like, let's sit on the floor. It'd be like fun.
I like the floor. I'm a floor person.
Fun. Yeah.
I'm very. I'm a Japanese person.
I'm a floor person.
I'm a matcha.
I'm a garbage man.
I'm a garbage person.
I live in the trash.
Here's the first thing we talk about. We talk about the news. That's how this goes. I'm trying to be as boring as possible. Mm-hmm. So, Black Panther, the movie, which I still haven't seen, hit $1 billion. Oh, we should go see it together.
No, I put my foot down right now. I'm just kidding.
You don't like cats? You don't like kitties?
I don't like an all-black cast. No, no, I'm kidding. Oh God, this podcast is gonna haunt me like 10 years from now.
Look at my door. I have a cat.
Yeah,
I have a black cat on my door.
Why haven't you seen this movie? You have black
I
cats.
know. I love Black Panther. It's my favorite.
Well, no. The movie, but you've never. What are you talking about?
I love Batman and Black Panther. DC, Marvel. That's who I like. Okay, anyways.
What are your favorite? Like, do you like? What's your favorite Marvel or like DC? Like, is that really it? Batman?
Yeah, it's just Batman.
Oh my God.
And Banther.
So you like Black Panther? Why don't you watch it?
So here's what it is. Yes. I haven't had a lot of money lately, and I'm waiting for. I don't really have a job, so I'm waiting. Like, it sounds ghetto, but I'm waiting a few paychecks before I can see Black Panther.
But that's so cool. Like, that's like. That is
that's
a testament to, or what is that word? I don't know. To like how
too religious for me.
How like people are of the films, you know, like let's say if there was an actor in a movie that I really want to watch, like I would be like, I'm not going to wait for my friends to be like, let's go watch it. I would just go watch it by myself. Or if I didn't have money, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to go buy it. Like, you could easily watch it online for free and stuff, but you're willing to like go.
I might pirate bay it. I might try to find it.
No, but no. So but Black Panther, Black Panther and Batman are your favorite.
Yeah, they're my favorite. Yeah.
And the Joker. The 5-10 years that we've known each other, you've never known that you love Batman and Black Panther.
I love Batman ever since 1989 when I saw like the Michael Keaton.
Oh, you like the funny like?
No, it's not funny. The penguin's in that one.
Oh wait, which one? Oh, directed by directed by Tim Burton.
Yeah. Oh, I'm also a Tim Burton fan.
I know. Yeah, I should have known.
I did meet him. I did see him scouting for Big Eyes in 2013. I saw him on a hill. I saw this like there's in San Francisco. There's this hill with like trees on the way to the Golden Gate Bridge. It's Golden Gate Park, and like there's all these like bicyclists and like runners, people like decked out in. Like workout gear. And then there's this guy wearing all black, head to toe, and he has scruffy, crazy, curly, gray hair. And there's a guy like pointing at buildings nearby. Yeah. And I'm like, oh God, that's Tim Burton. And they just walked away. My phone died. I couldn't get a photo. Yeah. And then Big Eyes came out, and I'm like, and it's in San Francisco. And I'm like, okay.
I love Big Eyes. That's like one of my favorite.
Is it?
Yeah, I
love that artist.
I didn't watch it. Yeah, I love Amy Adams.
I love the art. The person who does the art, the actual lady.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Margaret Keane.
Yeah, Margaret Keane. Yeah.
It's my favorite movie. That's the only reason I know.
Really?
But it's one of my favorite movies. But no, yeah. I love Amy Adams. I love Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, I love him. Christoph Waltz so much. Yeah.
That one guy that have you seen Big Eyes?
Yeah.
There's the guy. He's also in what's that movie? F word. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. He plays like Gideon, but he's like a comedian, and he's like, oh, that's not art. Like, if you've ever seen that movie, he's like super fun. I forget his name.
I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim in so long.
He's like the big boss at the end. I don't know if you recognize him, but in Big Eyes, he it doesn't matter. But no, he's really funny. I don't remember his name, but and then Tim Burton. I don't really like Tim Burton films because they're very dark and they're very like.
What's going on?
I don't mean dark like death, but it's just, like they are like that too. But it's just very dark in the sense of like just the cinematography and stuff, and I'm just like I don't like it.
A lot of shadows.
And I'm just like okay, stop. And but then Big Eyes came out, and when Tim Burton was directing, I was like,
it is brighter.
I was like, I love Amy Adams, I love Christoph Waltz, I love this comedian guy that I don't remember his name. But I was like okay, like, and then the story I remember the story from like when I went to school. And so, because I went to art school. Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah. Artist of Phoenix. You're in debt by what, $100,000?
Yeah, 100. I mean, 60,000 now.
Oh, okay,
good. Making my way. And so when I saw Tim Burton was directing, I was like, shit, I don't know if I want to watch that. Like, it's kind of... But anyway, it ended up being a favorite.
Big Eyes is like a lighter version of Edward Scissorhands, because he did that one, too. think.
Even Edward Scissorhands, I'm just like, oh my
It's
god.
kinda dark.
So I just don't like that it's
There's some
weird.
brightness to that one,
There's
though.
dark, but it's also just like weird. It's just like I
There's
just
some
don't like
1960s brightness
his
to that
type.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a very unique style that I just can't get on board. But no, I haven't seen Black Panther because I just don't care. I don't know. I'm not really into like those movies.
I won't take you. I'll go by myself. I date myself constantly. I'm always doing things by myself.
Me too.
So we have Amazon Alexa's creepy laugh. Amazon Alexa. If you have one, maybe you've noticed, she'll just randomly, like in the middle of the night, go ha! Like.
First of all, where's the segue? Like we just go back to Alexa.
There's no segue.
There is no segue. But,
I love writing segues. I did write one in California Adventure. That was fun.
Is there another segue word? But no, that's just segues for old people.
Bridge.
No, yeah. We just watched those videos. I don't know if you want to play the audio.
Halloween comes early. I just did it. I mean, we can do it, but I just basically did an impression. So Halloween came early on the Amazon world, or schizophrenia is finally happening to Alexa. Do you have you want to play it? Okay. Jose's gonna bring it up and play it on his
I had it ready. You had
it queued up?
I rewound it, so it's not... Okay, here we go.
Do you hear that?
Alexa, I love you.
Alexa, play the last sound. Alexa, play the last sound.
What?
So super creepy.
Well?
Yeah.
What?
Super
I didn't know that
weird. I don't know. Like, first of all, like, would you ever own an Alexa? Like,
I have one on my Amazon Music that the password I stole from my parents, but I don't know. I might. I would. I don't know.
Like, what's the point? Like, I don't understand. Like, I've never walked around being like, Alexa, what color is an orange? Like, I like because that's the commercials. That's honestly the commercials. Like random questions, like Alexa, like why is white white? Or
hey, you don't know my brain. I'm always wondering these things, Jose. I'm always typing. I'm always like wondering, and like I'm tired of using my fingers to type these things out into the search.
So like random, like what do people do with pencil shavings? Like you're just curious.
I am.
Why? Just random, just like
sometimes I have to keep myself from Googling it. I have to I'll just look it up later.
I'll just look it up later. It's fine.
But if I had Alexa, I could be like in the know now.
Like now for no reason. But no one's gonna ask you.
And what about people who don't have fingers? They can't Google anything. So Alexa's handy.
Handy? They don't have fingers. No. I mean, I guess the only reason I would ever have an Alexa is to be like, Alexa, like, who was the last person to investigate 9/11? Or just like conspiracy things.
Oh, okay, so you would use it.
I feel like, but I mean, I feel like I get like that. I get like being able to like easily access information like that. But I could easily just do that on my phone and be like 9/11. Like, because I'd rather watch videos than just hear like Alexa, like.
Well, what about pulling up a video? Alexa, how are crayons made? They're like, let's show you Mr. Rogers.
Let me describe how they're made, because I don't show footage.
What about just like, well, she might, where would she bring it up? Like, she projects it
onto That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're right!
If it was a video, like, I'd be like, oh,
she projects it onto your wall. I'd be like, Mr. Roger goes and sees how crayons are made. I love that.
Yeah, but that's why I love Siri, because Siri is the same thing. It's I mean, they're not, but, because Siri, I feel like Siri is the same thing.
She's more
so
serious.
So I just be like, hey, or if I say it right now, it'll turn on.
She's not laughing matter.
Hey, Siri. See, there you go. It just turns on. So it's as easy as that. But also Siri gets to the internet. I can watch videos on my phone and stuff. But Alexa is just
squint at your
just
screen.
words.
Just go like.
Siri never.
This
is the 8+.
Oh shit!
Don't touch it.
I thought this was the
Don't
X.
touch it. No, the X is
Hello.
Like that size, or a little bit taller. But it's like they don't have a plus size.
The X is this size.
It's a little bit taller than that.
I think it's bigger. I thought. Anyway.
It's like it's the size of like
Oh, you're right. And there's no button. Okay, I saw my friend have it.
But no. So I feel like Siri doesn't open up in the middle of the night laughing. So I guess that's a plus. But Alexa, literally, I have no idea why people have those. Like it doesn't.
Speaking of Alexa, did you ever see Wonder Woman?
Not in theaters. Like I said, I don't like
minorities
or women. That's illegal.
And
So Star Wars, I definitely didn't see that.
Oh my god, I didn't see it. I haven't seen Star Wars. I haven't seen Wonder Woman. I haven't seen Black Panther.
Oh my god! I mean, I have seen Star Wars, and that's the funny thing is like literally don't fucking care about Star Wars. But I've
you saw
actually seen Star Wars in theaters.
To impress a boy.
No. I mean, my friends were into it, so like they're like, "Let's go watch Star Wars." I was like, "I guess." And no. I was actually trying to watch Shape. Okay, here's the.
I haven't seen
I'm
that
looking
either.
I'm looking at the mic like it's a camera, like we're vlogging. No, here's the thing. The reason why I saw the last Star Wars movie is because I went to go watch The Shape of Water. Or is it just Shape of Water? And but when we went there, me and Michelle went, and her boyfriend was like, "Oh, the showing is at 9:00." And we're like, "Okay."
Dan,
So we went to go get dinner.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan. Sorry. Shout out to Dan. So
Shout out
he was
to
like,
Dan.
"Oh, it's at 9:00." So we're like, "Okay, we'll get dinner." Blah blah blah. Go. We go there at 9, or we go there at like 8:40. You know, catch the previews, get some popcorn. And they were like, "Oh, next showing's at 10." Like, and we're like, "What?" I thought it was 9. So he got the wrong times, and we're like, "What the hell?" So we're like, "Dang it! I really wanted to watch Shape of Water. Now I own it. Thanks, Voodoo." And it's out, so everyone go buy it. It's really great. It won Best Picture. Won Best Picture. I loved it.
I don't even know what it's about.
I haven't even watched it.
Is it about mermaids? I hope.
I haven't watched it, but like it won all these awards. But anyway, but yeah, then the only reason I watched Star Wars is because I was trying to watch a different movie, and then we're like, "Fuck, what do we watch?" But no, yeah, I've seen Wonder Woman. I saw it because it was on Netflix or something, so I was like, I'll watch it. But
I mentioned that because Kristen Wiig was cast in Wonder Woman too. I just want to mention that, how awesome that is for. Oh, it's International Women's Day this week. I forgot to say.
Yeah.
We'll go into a story about that in a second.
8th or something, right?
Let's see. Toys R Us is.
By the way, don't bring up National Women's Day with my mother because she'd be like, it should be National God Day every day.
Oh, right.
My mom
because she's Catholic.
She's Jehovah's Witness, so she's crazy.
Oh God!
But no, I was gonna be like, "Mom, you know what? You were a single mother, like blah blah blah." I was gonna give her praise, but I was like, you know what? She honestly would just throw it back in my face and be like, "What?"
like people credit God for things they did.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah, like okay, so my friend Renan recently, like he was studying really hard for a test. And he was like, "Oh my god, I want to pass this. Like I'm praying, like Josie. Everyone calls me Josie. He's like Josie, like I hope it passes." I'm like, "Dude, you studied for like weeks, and I've helped you study, and blah blah blah." And he's like, "Yeah, like I just like pray that I pass." And I'm like, "Don't pray, like you worked hard." And I was like, "And if you get this, like don't pray to God, don't thank God because you did it." And then he passed, and now he's like, "Oh, thank God, like yeah, like it's." Thanks to God or whatever. And I was like, no, it's not. Like you worked hard for this.
I'll say thank God in passing. Like, I missed that truck or yeah.
In passing, like no, that's more serious. Like, I almost got murdered by a fucking truck.
I almost passed away. Thank God.
I think it's just a natural thing. Like, bless you. Like I've actually forced myself to not say bless you. You know, and people think I'm rude. Like I'll be at work and someone will sneeze and I'm just like doing my thing and they're just like and I'm like, what?
Oh, I also feel weird. I've worked for my dad before, and like the boys, they're just ignoring me. They're just like I sneeze, and they're just like she doesn't exist.
Well,
it feels like you don't exist. I feel you.
Maybe it's the same way. Maybe they're the same way as I am. Like I just like bless you is just a norm for like people. Like so that just goes for it. But I'm not like religious or anything. So like
I don't think it's religious.
I mean, it is.
It is right.
They think. I mean, I don't know the actual history, but
isn't it like this the other day? Yeah.
Isn't it like the soul's leaving your body and God's trying to steal?
I think it's like
fucking
isn't
crazy.
it like when you sneeze? Isn't it God like just like farting on your face and it tickles your nose and you sneeze and someone's like bless you?
No, it's actually when like dust or debris like goes and tickles your nose.
Oh, okay.
That's.
That makes sense.
It's not God or
right.
the soul, but people say bless you. I don't, and that's what's so weird. So that's one of those things that I just like got myself out of, and people think I'm rude when they like sneeze, and I'm like, I'll hold the door open for you.
Well, you can say excuse you,
nice.
right? But then that sounds to me like excuse you for sneezing. Get out of here, you pneumonia freak.
I mean, excuse me is different. Like if I sneeze, I'm like excuse me, like I'm sorry. Or if someone farts, I'm like excuse you.
Excuse you, stinky town.
Yeah. Or if someone's like you're not gay, you don't have gay. I'm like excuse you. Yeah.
And you're like, hey. No, I don't know.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh my god, like do you want me to act like this? Like,
you're talking definitely like Jerry Seinfeld right now. Okay, so Toys R Us is closing at stores next week, and you know what? When you grow up, you throw away your toys. They're going bankrupt.
Yeah. When you grow up, you throw away your toys. So Toys R Us is like, you know what?
We finally grew up.
Grew up.
Sorry, kids.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry,
the commercials
kids.
were alive.
You kids still want toys? Well, I don't know where you're
going to
grow up. Grow the hell up, you damn kids.
Money is what's killing us.
Yeah.
Like, when you grow up, you're going to be worried about money. Oh, I bet it's the kid from the I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Like there's a commercial of him sitting with the giraffe, like the mascot for Toys R Us. I bet he grew up. Yeah, Jerry, whatever his name is. I don't know.
Jerry the giraffe, I think.
Oh, Jerry the giraffe. Yeah, the kid sitting there next to him on a bench. He's like, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, and there's like a sunset.
Well, he grew up.
He grew up. He probably was the CEO of Toys R Us, and like, well, he's grown up now.
Like it's like a blank check movie, like
and he's divorced.
It's like that blank check movie where a kid gets a bunch of money. He's like, "Let's build a Toys R Us."
I love blank checks.
So he's the owner of this company, and he's just like, "Yeah, toys." But now he's like 50, and he's like, "You know what?
You know what? My wife left me. My kids have died.
My grandkids don't even call me.
My grandkids don't call me.
I'm
having to sell the townhome."
That's interesting. Like, I mean, I feel like that's because of partly Amazon, right? I feel
online
Amazon
toy sales
and also like Walmart, like because
they can't keep up with what they can hold. They hold so much toys.
Well, that's just like that kind of sucks. Like everyone talking about like I remember back in the day, people were talking about like Walmart is going to kill small businesses and stuff. Well, they're killing big businesses, like so small businesses better watch out too. But
Toys R Us went from big to small, so apparently they're a small company. So they just killed a small company. Here's another story. You know Amelia Earhart, the first woman to like fly across?
Yes, I love her. Yes.
You love her? Okay, good. Well, they found her bones finally.
Oh yeah. It was on where?
On guess what?
Japan.
Some island, which is expected.
How do they know it's her bones?
If she flew over the ocean and disappeared, it's probably on an island somewhere.
I would feel it. I think aliens. I don't know what you guys are talking
about. You think
those
are...
Hey, Alexa!
Conspiracy, Alexa.
Alexa, where's Amelia Earhart? Her bones are in the sea.
I guess her bones could have maybe they only found, I don't know how many bones they found. I didn't read the article, but like...
I did hear about that, though. That laugh is annoying. I did hear about that, though, like bones or something about Amelia Earhart. But was that recently or like a year ago?
No, this is recent,
Interesting.
They probably found like her femur, and then the rest got eaten by like a whale.
Because I remember hearing about finding a skull or some bone.
Oh, shit.
And people thought she was eaten by crabs, like big, large, like land crab. Well, I don't know other.
She wasn't alive.
But something like that.
What
like,
a movie!
She was on an island, and then she was like crashed or something. People also thought she was a spy. I know all about this, all these conspiracies.
You like Mandela effects.
I hate Mandela effects. Oh
my video, the video we did about me making fun of Mandela effects, Mancula, Mindy Project effect, whatever I said in the video. I get so many hate comments on that video.
Right, so I'm going to just tell you this now. I don't know if you want to keep this or not. I don't want you to keep it, but whatever. If it's funny, okay. But I actually posted a new video about Mandela effects.
I saw that.
And the girl actually saw it.
Oh, the girl you're making fun of? The girl you made fun of?
Yes.
The Mandela effect girl you made fun of.
Her name's Michelle, whatever. I'm not going to say her name because people think I'm using her.
She's a YouTuber.
Well, yeah, people think I'm using her to get big, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm just like talking about like her mentality of just like creating crazy Mandela effects, which that's why we made the original Mandela effect of your video.
Just going off on
random like the Home Depot.
Home Depot. I thought it was the Home Depot, not Home Depot.
No. It was. I thought they're trying to tell me there's a the now. Like I remember walking into Home Depot and they never said welcome to the Home Depot. It was a good video, but no. So I'm just telling you what happened. Like
okay.
I don't know if you want to keep this or not, but because
it's.
I mean I don't know.
I have unlimited uploads, so.
Let's go. But no, so one of my friends, I was like, okay, I have a two-parter because me and my friend Christine, we shot a video where we were talking about this girl because she posts crazy Mandela effects, you guys. Like she's like Coca-Cola Zero. Like I don't remember ever being Coca-Cola Zero. I've always called it Coke Zero. So like now they're trying to tell me it's Coca-Cola Zero.
God.
Like, and I'm like, no, it's always said Coca-Cola Zero. Like you're just like going crazy now. Like you're spiraling right now. like
Amelia Earhart when she crashed.
And when she crashed and got ate by those hungry crabs. But no, yeah. So I was like, you're spiraling, girl. Like bitch, the fuck. And so I made a video where we talked about like we watched two of her videos. I only uploaded half of it, so I uploaded like the first video that we watched because it was like 20 minutes long, and I was like, okay, like 2 videos, it would be like 40 something minutes. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do 20 minutes. So then I uploaded that, and I was like, I texted one of my friends, and I was like, should I upload the second one, or is like one enough? I feel like one's enough. Like I feel if I do 2, like it's like that's really is attacking her, and that's like going after her, and like, and I don't want that. And he's like, you know what? How about like you post it on Twitter, and then people will tag her in it, and then if she sees it, like if she depending on her response, like post the second one. And I was like, I guess like I don't know. I just don't want to post it, but I was like, you know what? That'd be fun. So I posted it on Twitter. And then people started tagging her in it, and then she saw it and she tweeted about me, and I have the tweet.
Oh
here.
my God! Let me see.
I have the tweet here.
God.
So the end of the story is the. Let me read it because I sent it to.
Look at those people that you know. Oh my gosh.
I know my phone's popping, you guys. That's what she's referring to. All my notifications. Okay, so this is her tweet. Michelle, whatever. Honestly, this is her tweet. Honestly, just saw a video of people ripping, and there's a lot of abbreviations. Honestly, just saw a video of people ripping apart one of my Mandela Effect vids I made a year ago, and it just kind of makes me sad. Frowny face. Not like an actual emoji, but the little symbols. Yeah. I try not to get down about these kind of things, but I don't know how people can make content to genuinely hurt other people. Now, first of all, my video, if you ever watch it, it's not even like that harsh on her. It's really me and my friends just like poking fun at Mandela effects and like really like attacking people, attacking the effects, attacking people.
They're really die hard. People who are into that are die hard. Yeah,
they're like, ugh. So I had gotten a few comments of people being like, "You're a fucking idiot," on the channel. But
I got it.
Yeah, so I posted that video and then so she saw it and then we actually got on Twitter and like we kept adding each other and stuff and we she ended up deleting the tweet. And my friends defended me, being like, he never said he hated you, like he was just making a video, blah blah blah. And so she ended up deleting the video or the tweet, and that was just that was insane. And this was all at like 2 a.m. like. And
you know what's the best Mandela effect
on
of all
Women's
time?
Day? Actually, it was like yesterday.
Yeah,
it actually was.
Like,
it was like
Thursday. Thursday.
Yeah, it was on. It was like at night. That's crazy.
But you know what started this whole thing for me? Like. Just the whole fact that Sinbad was never a genie in a movie. That's what started this whole thing.
There's a few Mandela effects that are like interesting like that, where it's like, yeah, that is a truth. But when you think, oh, sorry, I almost hit you in the face. But no, when you think about Mandela effects like that, that's how you respond. It's like, that's crazy. Like, what? You don't like go and make a video being like, no, everyone's wrong. Like, we're right. Like, there's one about the Lindbergh baby. Like, I remember watching like. When I was like younger, I'm still young, but no, I remember watching when I was like in middle school or something like videos about it because I always was into like murder and stuff like that. Like,
murder
I'm
is great. I love murder.
Yeah, I'm always. I've literally always been into like stuff like that. But I hate Tim Burton. That's great. But yeah, so I've always been into that stuff. So I would watch that, and I remember watching the Lindbergh like what happened with that, which was like a famous actor and then like a famous pilot or something. Like they ended up getting together. They had a baby. They had a baby boy. I believe it was a boy. And then and the boy was kidnapped. And they had a ransom and stuff like that. And I remember.
And it inspired the movie Ransom. I love that movie.
Okay. but I think it inspired Air Force One. But
okay, wow, okay.
Twilight. But then
Harry Potter.
But then no, Doritos inspired Harry Potter. But no, so then the baby was kidnapped, and I remember like the baby was never found. Like they never knew what happened to it. Or him.
It went down with the Atlantic.
It just went down with Amelia Earhart. But that's what I remember. I remember it being open-ended, like they don't know what happened, blah blah blah. But then the Mandela effects came out, and I remember being like, oh, these Mandela effects. Like I was trying to find like a real solid one because most of them are like misspelling of words or like misquoting movies, like Sally Fields. I love Sally Fields, and I remember like. The quote of her always being like, you like me, you really like me. Her real actual quote is, you like me right now. Like, that's actually what she said. She never says, you like me, you really like me. Yeah, she never says that.
Really?
There's a lot of misquotes and stuff like that, which is understandable because people are dumb. But that one was like, I really do remember like watching a video, watching these shows, and like, they said like, oh, we don't know what happened. And then ends up being the baby was found, like, the remains were found like 5 months later or something. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah, 5 months later. So I was like, obviously, if it was like years later, maybe it could have like updated, but it was like, nope, like 5 months later they found the remains. And this happened in like the 80s or something.
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe earlier than that.
Well, so you think Sinbad really was a genie?
I don't know what that is, but
it was like Kazam or Shazam or I don't know.
I don't know. I grew up in a...
You're not that much younger than me.
But when I grew up, like, I didn't watch movies like that. I was always like...
Because your mom's like, Jehovah's Witness!
Jehovah's Witness! Yeah, I grew up...
No fun!
Yeah, her sister, too, and her kids were, like, the same thing, like...
Your mom is so fun, though, so I don't get it.
She looks like... If you guys want to know what she looks like Moana's grandmother. That's what my mom looks like.
Grandmother?
Moana's.
From a Hawaiian movie I've never seen?
You've never seen Moana?
What is that? You don't need to explain it.
Yeah, so I'm shook. But anyway, yeah, what were you saying?
Dude, I want to talk about, you can look that up. I want to talk about Flippy the burger. So there's this robot. It's really cool. It makes like 300 burgers an hour at Caliburger, which I suppose is in California.
Yeah.
And it looks like a robot that I've seen that like makes cars. Like one I've seen on
It's just a
Sesame
robotic
Street.
arm, yeah.
Robotic arm, and it flips burgers. It puts
cheese.
Yeah, probably no. It doesn't.
Vegan help.
It scrubs the grill clean and stuff like that. Pours the water on and scrubs it clean and
yeah.
Anyways, after its first day on the job, it's on unpaid leave. It's on break already.
It's on break. It's tired.
It broke, and I just think that's so fascinating that robots think they're better than us.
Robots are the same as those damn teenagers. They work one day and they're like, you know what? I did my part. So I'm taking a break.
Move over, teenagers. This robot's here for a day, and then you have your job back.
Yeah, then you can have your job. They invested so much in this robot. It'll never call in sick. Actually, it did, right?
Oh, it did.
That's what you just said.
I think they just saw it on the side of the road. It's like, oh, he's not coming in.
Yeah.
It sounded like hunched over. Do you have a dick of the week? Anything that's pissed you off? I actually have something I want to ask you if you don't.
No, I really don't.
Him and I are happy people. We're just like...
I there's people I don't like in general, but
Anything weird?
no one like right now like that happened this past week. Like I don't.
Anyone like try to like crash into your place you work?
Oh, you mean like just like rude people in my... I wouldn't call them like a dick of the week, but people are just fucking insane.
I've seen some weird stuff. Like, what about did that guy get murdered? You were living from your work, and I think a guy got murdered. Like, they ran away.
Wait, what? Did you hear about that?
No, I mean, there's like a guy who because you work at a convenience store. Should we name it? Circle K?
I work at a gas station.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. We can say Circle K.
Okay, Circle, yay! So there's you were living.
Assistant manager.
Your assistant manager.
Assistant manager bit. Okay.
This is all for YouTube. That's all he does the job for. But there's a guy who they bought something. I think they stole something, and they went out, and you're filming it from your Instagram live, and then one guy backed. Another guy came in. He backed in, and then he what happened with that?
So okay. This is the night shift. It's like 2 a.m. and my work is like kind of next to like downtown, and so there's bars, and so sometimes we get like drunk people from those bars, and so this was like a Wednesday, like at like 2 a.m, and this guy comes in. So these two cars come in, and they're separate, right? And so one guy's like pretty drunk, and the other car has like another guy and a girl. They come in. The guy's like, "Oh, like, can I get some cigarettes?" And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "As long as you don't try to buy alcohol, because you're drunk." So so he buys cigarettes, whatever. Goes outside to smoke. As he's like outside smoking, a car pulls up behind him because there's a gas pump like behind him. And if you're not paying attention, because it happens a lot, people crash a lot because it's a small parking lot. So my store is really small.
Yeah, that is a small parking lot.
Yeah, so my store is really small. So if you're not paying attention, you can back up and hit him. So I saw this car pull up behind the parked car, which is the guy that's drunk smoking. I was like, oh god, I hope they leave before, because like the guys in those cars were like look dangerous. Like they were like, I'm Hispanic, so I can say this. They were like cholo, fucking Hispanic, like no good, up to no good kind of shit. At some point they had their trunk open for like 5 minutes. Like I don't know what they were doing, but it just was not normal stuff. And so they were, the two people that originally came in were just talking. So then the Mexican guys come in my store, and they're like kind of scary, but I'm like, I hold my own, so I'm just like, yeah, like,
because you're Mexican also.
Yeah, I'm Mexican also. If I was white and privileged, I'd be like, oh god, please take whatever. But no, they just came in, and they kind of like looked the part. So I was just like, okay, yeah, you guys are intimidating, but I was like, you guys aren't gonna do shit. Like, you guys are just like living your life or whatever. And so they just come in, get a drink, and go to the bathroom, whatever. And so I'm like, I already see this happening. Like, that guy's going to run into them. These guys are going to get pissed and, like, shit. So then they go back to the car. Lo and behold, the drunk guy gets in his car, backs up into him, and then, like, peels off because he hits their car. And, like, there's, like, 5 Mexican dudes, like, fucking crazy looking and shit. And so he, like, pulls off and he peels out. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm live streaming this whole time. I'm just like... because during my night shift, if it's slow or whatever, I just go on live stream for like 20, 30 minutes, and I'm just like, whatever, talk to my peeps. And so I'm live streaming, I'm like, oh my god, like, what just happened? And so the Mexican people, they drove like after him, and but apparently, so that's the last I knew of. And so I was like, oh, they probably caught up to him. They probably beat the shit out of him or something. Like, I was like, something must have happened. So then
CSI shit.
Yeah, so then the cops come, like, an hour and a half later. And I'm like, oh, shit. So they come and they're like, do you have footage of this happening? I'm like, yeah, I do. And they're like, what did the guy look like or whatever? Like, the guy that crashed into the car. And I was like, oh, he was white, wearing this,
It's not your live stream footage. It's your actual
camera.
Camera,
yeah.
security
They didn't
camera.
know I was live streaming. And so they're like, I follow you on Instagram.
You
I knew you were live streaming. That's why I came. But no, so they're like, yeah, can we see the footage? So I showed them the footage, and I was like, yeah, he was kind of drunk. And they're like, yeah, like when we found him, he was like, they beat the crap out of him, and he was like drunk, and he didn't want to press charges. And apparently, when they were in my parking lot, because there was 2 cars, right? So the drunk guy drove off. The Mexican guys saw that he was with these other people, so they pulled a gun out at these other people, being like, "Where the fuck does this blah blah blah?" And then they didn't say anything. Like, and this was like a 1 minute delay, and so then they weren't telling him anything, but there was a gun drawn and shit, and then they peeled off and chased after the guy, but they ended up finding him and stuff. And so snitches get stitches. So if these hoodlums or whatever are listening to this podcast, I was the one that told them. No, I don't think anything came from that, but yeah, it was insane. I called it. I was like, they're gonna catch up to this guy. They're gonna beat him up. It was crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. I was like, you have a dangerous job. You're like a police officer. So here's the dick of the week for me. It's the fact that the day after International Women's Day, again, happy International Women's Day, 3 days ago, we're filming this on a Saturday, or doing this on a Saturday, the Republicans...
You should say that again. Say that part again.
I'm not going to re-edit. I'm not going to edit this.
Okay.
No, I don't edit. The Republicans were like, hey, we support women. There's actually a lot of women working in the White House. Mm-hmm. There's actually a lot not working, but in the White House, it's our wives.
They're not working. They're just here. They're here.
A lot of homemakers, all right, in the White House.
And if you try to tell me women aren't here, like, you better tell my ears that, because they're nagging me. I feel like that's what they're talking about. They're just like, yeah, there's women here. Like, how can you tell me there's no women?
And there's also, I think it was Oxford University, on International Women's Day, somebody wrote at this university in England on the steps, like, kind of graffiti Happy International Women's Day. And there's a picture of, like, a Hispanic, like, lady janitor having to scrub it off while there's, like, 4 men in the background just, like...
Like workers or just men?
There's security guards just, like, standing around, like, doing nothing. And someone took a photo. So, like, erasing, they're like... Happy International Women's Day? No. And there's like erasing it.
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Like, yeah, like whoever's job it was to erase that, you have to erase that.
But why is it a woman doing it?
Regardless, it's her job. It's whoever's job. It just so happened to be a Hispanic, like, immigrant or whatever woman. I don't know.
England has immigrants? What?
But I feel like that's the person's fault. Like, whoever graffitied that, like, you can't blame whoever owns that land or whatever to, like, you can't blame them because, like, that's their shit. Like, I don't know. So I blame the people that did the graffiti because they didn't think about that.
I know, but it's weird. Anyways, the university apologized, so that's good.
Why? Why would they apologize? Like, someone graffitied if someone wrote, like, fine. Nazi stuff.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying, like, yeah.
They don't take that
This is going to make me sound like I'm against women. By the way, anything I say is, like, ironically, but I'm actually saying this, like, truthfully, like, if you are trying to, like, promote a message, don't vandalize, don't do things illegally, because then that looks bad on your party. Like, if you're a vegan and you're out killing people, like, and you're like, I love, and then, like, when you get captured, you're like, I'm vegan, guys! like, wow! You're just,
I still don't get what you mean, but I think I get it.
Wow.
Wow.
What do you mean you don't get it? Like, they're doing a good thing, yeah, right. They're doing a good thing by writing Women's Day, yeah, cool. But they did it in a way to that, like, yeah, of course it's going to get taken down because it's graffiti. Like, it's
I get that. Yeah, I thought that, but it just looks bad to the.
It does look bad, but you can't think of it that way.
Eventually it'll get cleaned.
Yeah.
But hey, here's the thing.
If it was a guy
doing it. This university, I was reading the comments. They said this university has graffiti all over it.
Okay.
And they're just cleaning this one part.
Yeah.
Actually, there's graffiti everywhere.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say too. Is like, I wonder if there's like, I wonder if it's like a prestige, like, good,
like maybe the front needs to be clean, the rest of it can be graffiti.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was gonna ask.
We can move on.
What do you mean move on? This is a good conversation.
It is good. I want to move on. Okay, so we have my dick of the week.
Move on from International Women's Day to Dick of the Week.
Dick of the Week. I have a Dick of the Week. He's actually somebody, when I had a TV, when I stole my brother's TV and had it, actually he gave it to me, and then he wanted it back after a year. I used to watch this guy. It's a talk show host. I used to watch him on TV. He was a talk show host in I want to say, I don't even know, 60s, I guess, 60s, 70s possibly.
Looks like it. He's old as hell.
Yeah. I didn't realize this, but in '94 he was on Forrest Gump as a talk show host. When the John Lennon scene, when like Tom Hanks is like.
Never seen the movie.
Oh, I can show you. Have you ever seen?
No, don't show me.
I've never seen Wonder Woman. You never seen Forrest Gump? You got to watch it. We got to.
How are those two? How are those two similar?
He's a superhero for people who are simple. Okay.
Mama, there's a Mandela effect. My mom always saying, "Life's like a box of chocolate."
Never know what you're gonna get.
People always.
What is the right one?
I don't know, but there's a Mandela effect where it's like,
I'll look it
life's
up.
like a box of chocolate. My mom always said, "Life's like a box of chocolate," but it's like life is a box of chocolate. I don't know. It's
it's like
one
if.
little, yeah.
People
it's like one little.
Well, then we're all stupid. He was once a Nebraska state gymnastics champion.
Nebraska, go Huskers.
He interviewed Groucho Marx.
Okay, sorry.
Go Huskers.
That's what they. Yeah.
Yeah, I auditioned for that school. If that's what you're talking about.
I
think I did. Oh, is that where you went? Okay. The YouTube star. And then that's it. He's a what?
He's a Viner from MadCon, but it's fine.
This guy's actually really boring.
Dick Cavett. Well, let's talk about my dick.
You just announced it! Yay! I didn't get to say the name, but you did. I usually say the name at the end, but
I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
didn't know.
good.
You didn't tell me that.
It's fine.
Just edit that part out.
Do you have one?
Oh, like an act? No.
Like a Richard or Dick? If you don't, that's fine.
Yeah, remember
Even though I tried to prepare you. Okay.
Yeah, remember I told you.
That's fine.
But this is of the week or just dick of just ever?
It's probably ever, but we call it week.
So my brother, his name, or I'm not supposed to say their names, right? We're supposed to just talk about him.
I don't care.
So my dick is, well, I'm going to try to go by your
dick name of the week.
So my dick of the week is a
celebrity.
He is a night stalker of the night.
Okay.
And he, this is not supposed to be funny. He's a night stalker. And in California, I believe it was California, he would peep Tom and all that stuff. And,
nice.
Killing people. And I remember my mother, God bless her, God bless her.
She doesn't believe in him.
I guess she was oblivious because this was like in the 90s, late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom had my brother, one of my oldest brothers, and second oldest, and she named him after him, but not without knowing. So I remember she told me how the family was like, "Why would you name him this?" And so my brother's name is Ricardo, and this guy's name was Richard Ramirez. So it was Ricardo. So
the
my
Richard
brother,
of the Spanish world.
Yeah. Well, no, he was also Hispanic, I believe, too.
Oh wow.
Richard Ramirez.
A murderer? Your mom named him after a murderer?
Well, she just named him Ricardo. But this guy's name is Ricardo Leva Munoz Ramirez.
Oh shit! Is that his middle name as well?
But he's also known as Richard Ramirez. So, he's Hispanic as well. But I remember my mom told me when that happened, she got a lot of shit from the family, being like, "Why would you?" She got
shit on, probably.
Yeah, because they were like, "Why did you name him that?"
Well, that's crazy.
Shout
out to Jose's mom.
Shout out to Richard. Shout out to Moana's grandma, and that's Richard Ramirez. He was a Night Stalker. Go look him up, you guys. It's a very interesting, and people I think even think he's not even the Night Stalker or something like that. I don't know, but conspiracy.
I have something I'm trying to start called Hero of the Week. Maybe I'll go over this. The Hero of the Week is actually Kim Jong-un because, well, maybe it's the past 2 weeks.
Un or Il?
Oh, yeah, it's Un.
Okay.
Because he wants to try to unify South Korea and North Korea and talk to the United States. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know if he's trying to get everyone
what's his agenda?
What's your fucking agenda? But that's my temporary 1 second Hero of the Week. I think it's a great thing. I wanted to mention it.
But there's a lot of other things he's done that's horrible.
I know.
So
I would
say that's a great.
It's a great start.
A great act of the week.
A great what's going on? Are you just a stage actor of the week?
Yeah, because he's an awful person. But I think that's interesting. I don't know the whole deal because I just stay in my little bubble.
Trade wars. There could be trade. Trump has tariffs he's imposing that could start a trade war, and that could just ruin everything with North Korea. Who knows? Yeah. That's what I think is going on.
I mean, I think it's great that North and South are trying.
That's so great. It made me kind of cry when I read that.
but it's also like there's reasons why they separated and stuff. That's like, oh god.
You'll see
But
that.
We'll see what
they
happens.
dig up all the
We'll see
old
what
crap.
all the receipts, bitch. Okay.
Dig up. So we're gonna go into. Let's see. We'll go into personal stuff. I have some interview questions for you. I guess you've kind of answered them.
Oh.
You can answer them as quickly as you can. That's
Okay.
fine. You don't have to go into a lot unless you feel like it's necessary. But you are a YouTube star, Jose.
So famous.
When did you know that you wanted to be a famous YouTube star?
Never. I still don't want to be a famous superstar. I just want to
What?
post. I just want to post videos that I like. You know, it's not even about getting anywhere or doing anything. I honestly just post because I don't know. I just like to post things that are funny. I think are funny, and hopefully other people think they're funny. And yeah, it's not about like an end goal of like, oh, 1 million subs. I mean, that would be great. But
You talk
yeah.
about it all the time. Are you sure?
I know. It's ironically. It really is ironic. Like, I'll just literally be anywhere, and I'll be like, like, my card was declined at a store, but it was, like, really the chip was messed
Your
up.
face is on your own card, right?
My logo, yes. But it's not serious,
I knew it.
April.
It's not. Your hands are so warm. It's so cold.
But it's
right
not
now.
serious, April. I took the time to go to the website, wellsfargo.com/card, application, and I uploaded my own image that I created myself with my logo, Team Josie 14, and I applied to have that attached to a card, and then they sent it to me within 3 business days, and now I use
And you
that.
said it gets
But it's not serious.
But it gets declined a lot.
No, it's the chip. I actually, it ended up being like magnets. Like, I had a bunch of my cards sitting with each other, so like the magnets like made all the cards like fucking mess up.
Oh.
So, but yeah, I was literally at a Walmart and I was like buying like junk food.
Walmart of all
I was
places.
like hot Cheetos, like shit food, and so I'm like sliding my card, putting my chip in. They're like, yeah, it's not working, and I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. Like, I'm actually rich. Like, I don't need this. So like literally, I made a big deal. But the thing is, like, people thought I was real. Like, I say that ironically and as a joke. Because I'm a piece of shit.
I think it's real.
But people thought I was real at the time because they didn't know who I was. Like, I was by myself. But normally I'll say that with like you or a friend. We'll be at Taco Bell and they're like, "Do you want hot sauce?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want hot sauce." Do you know who I am? Like, I'm a YouTuber.
You once told me you think I'm going to be famous. Was it a lie?
You think I'm gonna be famous or you? You? I mean, anyone can be famous.
Okay,
like, if
that's
you just
right.
try. Like, I
That's
feel
right.
like honestly, yeah, anyone can.
I just want to make sure you're confident in me.
Oh yeah.
I'm always confident in you.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Where are you in the comments? Okay, what?
So what age did you start this YouTube shit?
Well, I just started YouTube like this I made my YouTube channel Team Josie 14 last year, and we did our first video was the pop socket video, and then I just didn't
26.
do it. So 2017. But I've been doing like YouTube for a while, like uploading like food hauls and stuff like that. But
I was wanting to do a food haul on this podcast, but I don't think I have time. Anyways,
yeah,
that'd be fun.
But yeah, I mean, I started it like maybe like last year or so. I started the YouTube channel, so we'll see what happens.
What is something that's different about YouTubers than regular people?
The one main thing I have about like just social media people in general is this is real right now, I'm getting serious, is like they are so like into body positivity and like being proud of yourself and stuff like that, but it's all fake. Like, they do it because they know other people have problems with it, you know?
Yeah.
So they want you to be like, we're a family, like, I love you, but really they don't fucking care. Like, I've been to like these parties where they like, not that they attack people or anything, but like where I'm like, why would you say that if you believe in like, you know, like, because I hear people talking like, oh, that fat bitch or that ugly or whatever, and I'm just like, wow, but you're on your channel, you're always like supporting like, oh, women should stick
Like
together.
anti-suicide, right?
No, I mean, it would be more like if you say like, oh, women should stick together, but then if a woman succeeds or passes you, you're like, oh, I hate her, like, why is she doing better than me? But it's like, but your message online is like, you think women should stick with each other, like, even if it's like thick and thin or whatever, but then I don't know, it's just like, it's mixed messages like that, where it's just like, they act like this online because they want people to be like, oh, you're awesome, like, cool, and they take advantage of people being like down here and like being depressed and whatever, but really they're assholes. And
I'd say the only exception to the body positivity would be Logan Paul.
How so?
Because of what he found in a forest. All right.
Oh
in
my
Japan.
god. No. No. But yeah, I mean, not all YouTubers like that, but just like social media people are genuinely like that. Like, I'll see people like act like that, and I'm like, wow.
And then you've hosted YouTube stars at your house, or you've taken them around town?
They're live streamers. YouTube, or I just drive around
Or
town.
you know.
They just come there.
I know, like, whenever I want to hang out, you're like, no, April, I have YouTube stars in town.
Yeah,
I can't hang out. And I'm like,
people.
okay, I'm alone.
I'm hanging out with famous people. No, they're live streamers.
Like You Now.
They're friends. You Now, Live Me, stuff like
Okay.
that. yeah, shout out to those. Rise is the new app everyone's going to. But
So,
yeah, they're just friends. Like they'll fly into they'll fly in from Cali or like Colorado, Minnesota, Florida, stuff like that, and then they'll just like they know I live here, so they'll be like, hey, let's hang out or whatever.
they stay with you, or they don't stay with you?
Sometimes they stay with me. Sometimes we just like meet up and because they're here, and I'm just like, yeah, let's go get lit.
What's the weirdest stuff that has happened during that?
Doing what?
Them flying. Has anything weird happened when you've hung out with them?
Oh God, I'm not saying on here. I mean, I don't think
this is like a Las Vegas situation. It stays in Las Vegas.
Like if it was just me and you talking, I would talk, but I don't want like I don't know. There's certain things I don't talk about, just because it's just it happens in confidence. But
like Cheetos up.
But I would tell,
butts?
but no, like I would definitely tell you or someone because like you don't care about these people. So like if I were to be like, yo, this bitch, like yeah, like you'd be like, oh cool, I don't know who they are, but like it's a fun story.
Can you hint at what happens?
No, because if someone's watching this,
like,
they know.
Can you
they know.
Just talk in Pig Latin? It's fine.
I don't know. But what do you mean? Like, what are you looking for? Because I have a lot.
Like anything with food, anything with like.
Okay. Well, here's one thing. Here's one thing of me talking about the body positivity or whatever. So I went to this hotel like party thing, and it was really fun. Like one of my friends flew in. They were going on tour with like Alex from Target, and so I'll drop those names because
I don't know what that is.
Well, Alex from Target, he got like really famous because some girl posted him on Twitter being like, he's so hot, and it was just him like bagging something, and then it blew up. He was on the Ellen Show, like all this stuff.
Oh my God!
So he has like millions.
I'm
of followers.
not living my fullest life.
Yeah, you need to be on Twitter, like posting like.
Oh my God!
But yeah, he just became famous like that. So these people went on tour with like him and like other people. But
tour? You're touring as a bag. Tour. You bag things at Target, then you go on tour.
Yeah, like what are you? That was the main.
What
thing.
is your
like,
tour?
What are you doing? Yeah,
what are you doing?
You're just like, hey guys.
Are you suffocating people with that bag?
But yeah, it would be like Viners and stuff like that. Instagram famous, like quote people, whatever. So it's not Alex from Target. I'm not talking about him, but there was someone there that one of his fans, because they were on tour, right? So I went to the show or whatever, and like there was a bunch of fans and stuff. So what fans do is they bring them stuff and whatever. And so one of the people there, like we were at the hotel party, and or not hotel party, it was just like a bunch of people in a hotel, and we were just in a hotel room, and we were just like hanging out, like hanging out,
I'm making notes.
And so one of them was like, oh, this fan brought me this, because they were like exchanging like stories, like, oh, this fan was like so nice, blah blah. And so this one, I'll say a guy, that's fine. This one guy was like, he got a heart-shaped like box. It was filled with chocolates, and he was like, oh, like this fan brought me this, blah blah blah. And I was like, and this was around like Valentine's Day. This was like a week or so.
How you
after.
say times or times?
Valentine's.
Okay, good.
So this was so Mandela effect. So this was around Valentine's Day, and like it was like a week after or so, and I was like, I was being like funny. I was just like, oh, this bitch probably bought this at the 50 cent off like bin from like CVS, like being like, oh, like I love you, but really she didn't even spend full price. He's like, no, and I'm like, yeah, Valentine's Day was a week ago. So then we all like jumped in on this fan, like we just started like talking crap about her, like just we don't know who she is.
Yeah,
we don't know, or
that's how the world works.
We don't know who they are, but we were just like making fun and poking, and then he was like, "You're right, like oh my God, that's fucking fucked up. Like why would they do this? Why would they?" But he was like being serious, and I was like, "Bro, like we're kidding." Like and he's like, "No, like if they really cared about me, like oh my God, like why would they go get 50% off stuff?" And I was like, "Oh my God, like it's one thing for someone on the outside to make fun of like your fans." Or like I mean I wasn't like making fun of them, but I was just like being like, oh, this bitch like got it for like 50 cent off, whatever, like just like razzing him up or whatever. I don't know what the word is.
At the Razzies? No.
We're just at the Razzies.
You getting up for a
so
Razzie?
we were all just like jumping in on it, and we're just like haha, but like we didn't really mean it because we're just like we love the people that come watch us and support us. But he was like actually serious, and I was like, oh my God, we're kidding. And so that's just another that's just an example of like people being like they turn on the people that support them. It's like Jesus,
yeah,
I would never do that.
I have experienced that from
go.
Comedians on social media. Like one comedian on social media.
Oh, that asshole. That's the dick of the week.
She's more of a hardcore feminist, but yeah, I'm just like I don't even know her, but she'll turn on people. So I don't know. Okay. I think,
want to talk about that?
I could. I think I've talked about it before. A lot of people listening know probably. Because I was on her page. I didn't read anything she wrote, but
and by the way, I said for feminism because like there's those like
hardcore.
They bring
women.
Extreme.
They bring women
there's
down.
Those extremes. It's those extremes, yeah, where they I don't know. I just hate extremes on anything. Whether it's like I fucking love Taco Bell, fuck everything else. It's like okay, bro.
Oh
calm
yeah,
down.
you do. Yeah.
But that's how I am. But like I hate myself. But no, I just don't like it when like people like because people who don't look into feminism, they just think it's like lesbians and like women being like, I hate men or something with like, I don't know.
I hate that. There's that side of it. I don't like
but it's
that.
like, but it's like, no, like listen to like Emma Watson or people like her.
But then there's
like
extremes.
the actual.
There's
Those are
extremes.
the extremes. And then you have people like Emma Watson that's like, no, it's equality. It's about equality.
Yeah.
They just say feminist because it's like has the word feminine, but it's emphasizing on because men have it easier than women.
Safety for work area.
Yeah, and it's just like so she like feminists also bring up like more serious things about like men also get abused in relationships.
Yeah.
Men, they can't express their emotions because they're looked down to and their sexuality or whatever is attacked. Like, oh, you're a little bitch, you're crying or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you thought this movie was sad, well, little bitch. And it's like, what the hell? Like, why can't a man just like be able to show their emotions?
I love it when a guy shows some emotions. I love
some.
Some.
Not all. Like, I mean,
I don't want someone crying all the time.
Yeah.
I don't like
but that's just in
I don't
general.
like a woman crying all the time in front of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so don't make it about men. Make it about like
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing for me. Like, let me just say this real quick because I know you want to move on. But same thing for me. Like, when it comes to like flamboyancy. Like, I grew up like in a religious household and stuff like that, and I'm gay. And like, I remember when I first started hanging out in the gay scene, I was very uncomfortable with like men dressing up like women and being very flamboyant and stuff.
Like, you don't like RuPaul's Drag Race.
I mean, well, now I don't care, but like back then it would be.
Okay.
It wouldn't. I didn't like it. It was just like I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I understood why like straight men were like that, and so I was like the voice of the straight men. And so, what's the whole point of me saying this? What were we talking about?
Well, I was gonna say we were talking about just extreme feminism. That's all.
Well, but yeah, I just mean like I was very uncomfortable in some of that, so I know what it's like to. Dang it! What were we talking about? I don't remember.
I do, well, whatever it was. I want to mention
what
makes me uncomfortable is the women who are feminists, like super feminist, like super supportive of the Me Too, and then they bring other women down in the process. And then I swear there's some people who host shows, I think it's just in Phoenix, or I don't know if there are any other smaller towns outside of LA. Like, smaller towns, metro areas.
We have like 1 million here.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm kind of a silly girl, so I don't know if I'm put on as many comedy shows by women. Like, there's some women that put me on, but I feel like, what bothers me is I think a woman would put a man who likes to talk a little bit of shit about women. They, like if a woman's hosting a comedy show, she'd rather put on a man than women who are also strong, maybe silly, like myself. Does that make sense? Like a man, they'll put on a man who kind of brings down women a little bit rather than a woman. Does that make sense?
Than a woman bring down a woman? Well,
No. It's just like I'd rather have a man.
So you're saying they bring up men who put down women rather than just a woman who's
a
there.
Comic? Yeah, they'd rather put on put up a comic who's just because he's a man, he might know more things, he's got more prowess. I feel like that's what happens around here.
I mean, I don't know, I don't get experience, but when
it's really only one person I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know if that's ever, but no, I think that like I think when you look at it objectively, or where you're just like looking at like tunnel vision of just like this is why it's this and whatever. I think that's the wrong way of looking at it. Just like how we were talking about, like
I try to be open to other possibilities.
No, like the feminism. What do you call it? The vandalizing thing. Like when you look at it like that, where it's like, oh, that's wrong. Like she's doing it, but it's also like if a man was doing it, it would be like even worse. Like people would be like, oh, a man's taking down this stuff. So it's just like people are looking and picking for things to just attack.
You're right. There's a lot of picking.
But the difference with you is right now what you're talking about is like a very specific thing of like one person doing this.
I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong.
It's your opinion about
it's just what I think is going on.
I would just go after that bitch.
I don't know if I want to be on this particular show. I just noticed that. It doesn't matter. Maybe some women know what I'm talking about. Like, anyways. So let's see if there's any other questions I want to ask you. What's that convention you go to? Is it the YouNow convention? YouTube VidCon?
VidCon. It's for like video. It's a video conference. So like YouTubers, Viners, musers, musically people, like live streamers. They all go there and meet their fans and stuff like that. It's mainly for like to learn about YouTube. That's kind of what it's centered around. Is like meeting your favorite YouTube stars and stuff like that. But live streamers go there too to meet because it's a way for you to like go do a meetup. And for a bunch of fans to be able to meet a bunch of different people rather than you being like, let's meet up at like this mall.
Yeah, and have a hangout.
And at least there it's like safe, there's security and stuff. And
well, like Comic-Con, do they also dress up?
No. There's something to dress up to. Yeah, there's something to dress up to.
There's no point. No one dresses up like Zelda or like any.
There's no point. Yeah, there's
that like that.
They
that
might have like a backpack that's like Pikachu or something that expresses
but everyone
their
just looks
personality.
like they look like people at a hipster Costco basically.
It's basically just like people walking around, mainly a lot of like young girls like just looking to be like, oh my god, like Shane or whatever.
Okay. Like that. It's like the NSYNC, but. Like an NSYNC concert, but you can meet them, but it's only one person.
There's different,
yeah. It's like NSYNC with their own channel.
There's different levels. So there's like the fan level where you just go there to like meet your the creators, and then there's like the second level where it's like someone like me, who like I go to learn more about the back end of like how to get big on social media or whatever.
You do want to get
big. Well, but that's that second level.
Okay.
So like that's the because there's different tickets to buy. So that's the ticket I always buy because you're able to go to like certain like areas rather than like a fan one where it's just like
all fans and you're like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
It's like you going down Hollywood Boulevard. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. What's going on the street?
Yeah.
Like it looks fun, but I drive by Hollywood Boulevard. And I'm just like, this looks fun. I don't want to be in it though. Like. I would never put myself in it. Does that make sense? Well, that's all I had. Oh, you're also vegetarian, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's
something you want to tell me.
So I started being vegetarian, like for like 3 years ago or something.
Shit, it's been that long.
And
I'm older.
Something like that, and so I just did it basically to support like you or people who are trying to. I eat vegan to support you. Like I'll buy vegan mayonnaise and stuff like that.
Veganese.
And so I want to say like last year, like in August, like after because I was like on my 3rd anniversary, I want to like do something like I don't know, and so. I remember I was like, oh, I want to go try like hot wings again. I want to do something.
You went to Buffalo Wild Wings? Excuse me?
Stop, bitch.
Okay.
But no, so because it never really was about like me seeing a video being like shook and stuff. It was me just supporting
no Mandela
people.
effect.
It's me supporting people who actually care and like do that stuff. So I still like I still eat mainly vegetarian and stuff like that. But ever since like I got wings with one of my friends, I've been like every once in a while I'll eat like whatever. But
like fish and stuff.
No, I hate fish.
Oh.
I draw the line.
No fish tacos?
No fish tacos, but street tacos, yeah. But no, but every once in a while I'll go out and I'll like eat like whatever just because I'm like, you know what? As long as and this is the message I want to put out there. If you're a carnivore and you eat meat and stuff like that, if you just eat one vegan meal like a week or something or a month,
it could be like
it helps.
It could be oatmeal.
It helps, or no, like an actual vegan where you buy like imitation or just like support a vegan company and stuff like that.
Just buy a vegetable.
So that way, buy an actual vegan.
Oh, like a company.
Like because that supports that shows demand, and that helps out the vegan community or whatever. Because there's certain people out there that actually do care or that like have those restrictions, and I feel like if you can help out even the littlest bit by eating once a week, like or buying one product a month or something,
help those companies.
Like help follow
Your Heart is a great company. Yeah. They are so awesome. They have they follow me on Instagram. That's why they're awesome. Right. But yeah, definitely buy from them. If you're gonna buy from any of them, buy from them. There's Zhavia, which I love Chicago Foods. They do the vegan marshmallows. I think it's Chicago Vegan Foods.
Well, let me say this too. Whenever my friends come in, like the YouTubers or whatever, I do take them to Green.
Oh, great. At the Green restaurant? Okay,
yeah,
great.
Because I just want them to see... It's not like, because they'll be like, what do you eat? Like when I was vegetarian, what do you eat? Just like this and that.
Like
and
rocks and shit?
So you eat like lettuce? I'm like, yes, I do love lettuce. Iceberg.
I get a lot of like, well, you don't eat anything then. If you don't eat meat or cheese, there's nothing left.
There's literally nothing else you could be eating.
There's nothing else.
I could eat string beans.
I'll eat your clothes. I'll be a lamb.
But I make it a thing. I make it a thing to be like, yo, we're gonna go to this vegan place. Like, I'll buy you food, or you can buy your own food. But like, I want you to try vegan food just because it's not that bad. Like, it's actually good. Like, there's some things that I'm like, okay, but there's a lot of good foods out there, and people think like, oh, this must be like healthy, and I'm like, no,
you can definitely put on weight.
Yeah.
You can get fat on this stuff.
That's why like I haven't really lost weight from being anything because it's like because it's like it's not bad. It's not good food. It's not like there's like bad vegan food too. So I don't know. Like I said, go and try a vegan restaurant or whatever. That's why anyone who ever visits me from like YouTube like you now, whatever, any of my friends from out of state, I take them to Green, which is, what is it called? All American.
Yeah, all like Green New American vegetarian.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then Nami's good. It's the same company.
Same thing. And so yeah, I always take them there just so they can try it, and or I'll make them a meal at my house. Like when my friend Eric came, he's from Live.me. I made him a vegetarian. It was vegan except for eggs, but it was like hash browns. It had the vegan patties, bread, and then like egg and beans. And I was like, this is vegetarian. It's vegan except for the eggs, but it's vegetarian. But he loved it. He was like, dude, this is awesome. And I was like, great. I'm like, you should go buy some every once in a while. He's like, nah. And I'm like, all right, at least you tried it and you liked it, and you know. Like, you're not ignorant.
I like killing myself, all right?
Yeah. I mean, you can kill yourself from vegan food.
I like killing myself with steak. It's a carcinogen. I love it sitting in my body and causing cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah.
So, well, what are all your... We're going to end here.
Oh.
What?
Aspirations? Or I don't know what you were going to say.
No. Oh, what are all your... I mean, I could ask that. But
all my social medias?
What's all your social medias? All your lives, everything?
Everything except for Snapchat. Everything is Team Jose 14.
Okay.
My
with
Snapchat,
IE, all right.
Team JOSIE 14, all one word. And then my Snapchat's different because my original thing was Jose 14 and Snapchat didn't have that available, so I made Team Jacob bitch because Twilight.
It is. You're right. I see you.
I love Twilight, all that stuff. I'm still a fan. I'm not one of those fake fans that let the fad go.
Kristen Stewart and I have the same birthday, and it creeps me the fuck
isn't that
out.
Amazing? Oh, never mind. But that would be amazing. Oh my god. I share a birthday with Camila Cabella.
You did have a birthday recently. Go on with your social media.
Anyway, Team Joseph 14. My Snapchat is Team Jacob bitch because I love Twilight and I'm Team Jacob. Fuck Edward. Just kidding. But no, Team Jacob bitch is my Snapchat. Everything else, Team Josie 14.
Sweet, and everything. And I missed what did you do for your birthday? I missed it. March 3rd. March 3rd.
I didn't actually do anything on my actual birthday. The weekend before, I went out with a bunch of friends, and it was highs and lows. It was great. It was awful, and
Is that a restaurant? Highs and lows?
Yeah, highs and lows. It's a drug. It's a drug effect.
It's an antidepressant
It's a drug effect. No, it was good. Yeah.
So I just saw photos from Michelle.
We went out to like bars and stuff. Sorry.
I saw Michelle posting photos or something.
Yeah, I mean, what happens with me is like, I learned this at the Art Institute of Phoenix when I took a photojournalism classes. Whenever something's happening, I don't document it. I just experience it.
You're so awesome.
What do you mean?
Damn, it's great. Go on. It's great. Great.
No, it's awful. It's bad because then I don't have like memories of it. Like VidCon or when my friends visit from like out of state and stuff.
You never see photos from there.
You will never see photos.
I never do. That's why I'm like, is this a myth or what? Is this real?
The only way it's real is because they post and I'm like, I just don't have the time, or I don't have the time. It's just I don't think about it. I'm just like too busy like I'm just not experimenting, but experiencing. And I actually explained that in one of my videos where I had an alien quote-unquote abduction, where I was like, and I experienced, like, I had this experience, but I didn't record it or anything, and I remember I talked about it in a live stream, and they're like, why didn't you get your phone and record it? And I'm like, because that's not how I am. I just, like, experience. Like, if I'm in a car accident, I'm not going to be like, my fuck. I'm going to be like, yep, this is happening. And that I have been in a car accident. You don't pull
out your phone?
Yeah, no. I just, like, I don't, like, react. I'm not like, fuck, oh, shit. Like if a fucking, if an earthquake happened, I would not react. I would just be like, oh, yeah, this is happening. Oh. Like,
I never experienced earthquake yet. Have you experienced an
earthquake? No. But there was one here, like, a while ago.
Probably. I don't know. I hear people feel them all the time, and I never feel them.
Oh. Anyway, but yeah. Well, I don't know what the hell that was.
You had some crazy accents. We didn't have time to talk about it, but that was a crazy accent.
Well, another
you
podcast.
Spun on a freeway and went the opposite direction.
Another podcast. Yeah,
okay.
It was crazy.
That was crazy. And then we went car shopping together. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Well, I love you, and I'm so glad you're on.
Thanks.
And do you want to get boba after this?
We can.
Okay, I can buy you. I owe you for your birthday.
Or we can get meat and eat it.
I'll get it. I won't pay for it, but I'll like chuck it in my mouth but miss every time. I'm just like, it's not getting into my mouth.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to thank you for being on last minute, and everybody listening, remember to please send
Dick
dick
pics.
pics.
I'm sorry. I was looking. She was looking at me. I was like, "What are you doing?" Okay, we'll do that again. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Again, our emails, please send dickpics@gmail.com. So until next time,
Please send dick pics.
I make money moves. Say I don't get it, days. I make money moves. If I see you on the street, that means I don't mess with you. I'ma buzz you for what